What's up, everybody? Or what's up, fish heads?
You said everybody. Yeah, like,
yeah. I'm out of it today. What's up? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Waterbox Live.
Yep.
We got a pretty interesting episode today. We're also giving away stuff. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell.
Yeah, we are giving away 2 $50 Waterbox gift cards today. So currency to win is smashing that like button. Also engage and be active in the comments. Ask a lot of questions, all that. We are gonna leave a good amount of space today for Q&A. So start dropping your questions in there now so they can start pulling them. So we have that going on. If you've been following along, we've been doing the Marine X110 that's here in the studio. And we're gonna do a little check-in on that today. Everything got moved over recently, so we're gonna see how it's doing, just kind of talk about the process. But before we jump into all that, and no one who we've been tuning in even knows this, but we're announcing a new product today.
Yes. So we have a cool...
surprise, congratulations
yes.
for tuning in live.
Yeah, so we got a cool product, and this is something that hasn't necessarily been in the works for a long time, but it's something that we've wanted to do because we do it all the time. And we also do a lot of demonstrations for you guys. So to start that off, the first product it's actually live on the website already. You guys may or may not have noticed.
It's like a sneaky
it's been there for a little
here.
while. You may not be able to see this, but it's a Waterbox frag kit. So
hold it up.
Yeah, there you go. So fully branded Waterbox frag kit. So if you guys are into fragging corals, whether it's soft or stony corals, this is a great kit that you can pick up now in the USA. So definitely check that out. Can you pop up the website real quick so you can get a view of it right there? Really
That's
nice.
Your frag kit. Yep.
Yeah, really nice matte black finish with a little bit of blue built into it. So
all the essentials that you need to really kind of frag soft and hard corals. You've got your tongs, you've got scissors for soft corals, you've got the bone cutters for SBS stonies, a scalpel, of course, to help with soft tissue cutting, and a nice carrying case to keep it all safe and clean and easy to store away. So it's a really, really nice set.
Cool. Next set we have, obviously,
can't forget about freshwater,
is the freshwater aquascaping kit. So this is everything that you would need to aquascape a planted tank.
Yep.
And or maintain a planted tank.
So you see here, you've got, of course, different scissors for trimming. You have, all your parts for moving around substrate, for planting, any adjustments and stuff like that that are going on in there. So it's a really handy tool. And on the product page, it does list out exactly what's included. So you'll see there. But definitely super helpful. I'm not gonna lie, I was doing something in a planted tank today using our kit, and it made it so much easier
nice.
To have all those tools. So definitely check it out if you've got a freshwater aquarium and their Waterbox.
Yeah, super cool. And then again, the last one is these wave scissors. You can see the big curve in them there. That's gonna make trimming your planted tank a lot easier. Probably can't see it there in my hands, but you can see it up there, the Waterbox logo engraved into it as well. Super high quality stainless steel. Comes in 2 sizes on this one, 25 centimeter or centimeter and 35 centimeter. Is that correct? Yeah. I should know that. Yeah.
So these are great for trimming like foreground plants and stuff, especially because of the angle that you get in there and like trim across evenly, and then just get into tight spaces and stuff to trim leaves and anything that's kind of died off, that kind of stuff. So it makes it really nice, easy access to have that elongated kind of curved feel to it. So definitely comes in handy when you have a planted aquarium and need to do some trimming and maintenance.
Yeah, when you have those, if you just have like a straight pair of scissors and you try to get in there, you're like, it's hard to get the right angle.
Yeah, you're gonna it doesn't work. So these are great for that. So very excited because these are very useful items. Anyone who has a saltwater or freshwater aquarium at some point is probably gonna need these, especially in freshwater.
Yeah.
Because there is consistent trimming and planting and stuff. Tools make it a lot easier in the substrate. So definitely check those out. Like I said, they're on the website for the US right now.
Christina's asking, will the Canadian site carry more of these items soon? Yes, absolutely, Christina. They'll be available there here pretty soon. Thank you for that question. And again, these guys, these new products are available on the website now, so check them out. Can I use the new fragging kits to cut my nails? You probably.
I mean, the scissors.
I wouldn't advise it, but.
You could. You can do anything you want, Cole. We are not here to stop you, man. All right. Are we doing more questions or?
I'll pop them as they come.
Okay. So those are on there. Get in, get those. But we're gonna check in on the Marine X. And was it last week? Last week we were here, right? Yes.
I'm losing track of time too. I don't know what.
We skipped it 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
All right.
So last week we're here talking about cycling, moving stuff over, all of that, the transfer. So we're going to go ahead and take a look on how the Marine X is doing now. Even though, of course, it is cycled and established, moving all that stuff over, it's still got its little sequences to go through. Mm-hmm. Right now we have a little bit of like a little phyto algae bloom going, that we're working on, but that's completely normal. As you'll see, everything's turned out and happy and open. We haven't had any corals that really haven't been happy in the spots that we put them in, which is definitely something that can happen when you move corals from one aquarium to the other, because they may not like the lighting and flow where you're at. So far, everyone is opening well, everyone is happy. The fish are feeding, like no one was really stressed through this whole process, which has been great. And we have a lot of room to put new corals, and that's definitely coming. So we don't want to throw too much new stuff in right away when you have an aquarium you just either transferred, moved, set up, any of that. So this one is settling for a few weeks before we even bother to try and add new livestock in. But happy to say that nothing is stressed and nothing seems to be phased whatsoever by being moved to the new aquarium.
That Ghani is super happy. My favorite, the star polyps, are super happy. It's hard to make them unhappy.
Yeah, I think they're happy no matter where. But you figure that between a bubble coral and like the large Goniopora, we have some LPS encrusting and stuff in there. Those would be the ones that show stress first. Also with leathers, you tend to find like if they're not happy with where they're at with lighting and flow, they don't open up their polyps. They're not really extended, and you'll see all the leathers are full polyp open. So very happy to report that everything is good, and means we will probably start adding some more stuff in there soon. I know we need some more inverts for sure, and there is a lot of rock showing, so we need to get some new coral in there. It's not a huge jump from the 90.3 to the 110.4, but it does open a lot more space. That's a whole nother 12 inches of space for aquascaping.
Yeah.
And I did make this scape a bit more open than the 90.3 was, so it gave a lot of open areas for us to fill in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Looking really fantastic as always. Again, you guys, if you have questions, post them down in the comments below. We're going to do a Q&A here in a minute. And the currency to win here on Waterbox Live is to, number one, like the stream. That helps us out tremendously. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Tell us where you're from. Make friends in the comments, whatever it is.
Yep. So two $50 gift cards to give away. And they're going to be pulling questions, so keep rolling them in there, and we're going to be throwing them up. We made sure, that there is plenty of time. Because a lot of times lately there have been so many questions, but we've not had as much time to answer them. So we'd have a good amount of time here for you guys on this one.
Daryl's Reefing says, reminder to Hulk smash the like button. Destroy that thing.
They take it very seriously.
Any videos on
now he's serious.
Any videos on deep cleaning a tank look like proper return pump maintenance, etc.? I'm sure we have.
I'm sure we do. We haven't done it in a while, but I know if you search our library, there's got to be some that have to do with like power head maintenance, pump cleaning, any of that on there. So do take a look, but we'll put it on the docket for something for us to make a newer, more updated version of sometime soon.
Best way to clean kits when you're done? Mine get rusty after a year or so.
Yeah, I mean, when you're dealing with saltwater, like no matter how good it is, rust is an aggressive thing. Mm-hmm. When you use them, as soon as you're done, rinse them off in your sink. RO water would be great. Anything to get all of the salt residue off. Fully dry them, then put away. Saltwater is very aggressive, so you have to go through those kind of full steps to really keep it
Yeah.
off as long as possible.
It's easy to forget to do that, or
Yeah, you're doing something, you're like, oh, and you leave it, and then the next day you come back, oh, I need to clean these. Well, that salt water's already kind of
already
doing its
eating-
thing.
Yep.
So it needs to be like a very consistent, like use it, clean it, dry it, put it away.
Of that you're coming out with new products, do you plan on launching more new reefing products besides tanks? Absolutely, Daryl. You keep your eyes peeled this year. We got a lot of cool stuff coming.
You got no idea.
Yeah, nobody has any idea.
So it's gonna be such a good year.
Yeah.
Such a good year.
Yeah. I'm finding what I think is red purple algae.
Yeah, so trying to determine exactly what type it is, and also what type it is will determine what the cause is, either flow issues, nutrient issues, that kind of stuff. It's hard to say without a picture to see for sure, but get it before it gets any worse.
How long does it take for the diatom ugly stage to go away?
It really depends on how you set the aquarium up. There's so many variables on that, and you know, between using live rock, dry rock, Carib Sea rock, live sand, dry sand, you know, how much livestock do you have? How are you feeding? What's your flow? How much lighting are you doing? It has a lot. Any aquarium is going to go through a diatom phase, but I can tell you, like, if you see and follow how we set up aquariums here, our method, we almost never have a diatom breakout. Maybe a little bit of a light dusting. We'll go through like a little phyto bloom like we're doing right now, or the green on the glass kind of comes back regularly until it fizzles itself out. But like we don't get that heavy diatom on the sand. But you know, from the beginning, we do Carib Sea Life Rock, we cycle it, we use good beneficial bacteria, we use live sand. We don't crazy overstock, make sure it's cycled, and from the beginning have good flow. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't need my power head and my skimmer right away, which technically you don't. But having everything set up to balance and the flow and nutrient removal that you need from the very beginning is going to help you stay ahead versus trying to catch up later.
Yeah.
Take the questions off because I want you to mention something here that's going on right now.
What?
No, yeah. If you guys weren't aware, in all in all markets, when I say all markets, Waterbox services directly the U.S., Canada, the United Kingdom, as well as most of Europe. Right now, we're offering a promotion. If you buy any MarineX, Infinia, Reef or Frag, Peninsula, or Reef LX, we're giving you guys a free box of salt and a refractometer with that purchase. So definitely take advantage of that. That's valid all month long till the end of March. So
Nice long promotion.
definitely take advantage of that. If you thought about getting a water box, and especially if you thought about using our salt, now's the time to jump into that. So again, that's live now.
Thank you for reminding us of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Kind of good to announce that.
What I'm here for, yeah.
Again, you guys, currency to win today. Let's see, how many people have liked the stream? I don't know if that's active, but make sure you guys like the stream. It helps us out a lot. It gets new viewers in here weekly. So
It's never as many people that are viewing that there are likes, and that's so disappointing because it's so easy to do.
they just don't want to win anything. They don't want free water box money.
They don't want to like us.
Dixon's Reef's asking, what is the best way to cut a torch colony if I don't have a saw? I'm scared of using just a bone cutter as it may crush the skeleton.
That is a tough one because generally they have a very open skeletal structure. So using something like that can most definitely crush it. I would honestly say if you don't have access to a saw, then your next best bet, and if you don't have access to that, I don't know, is a Dremel, because it will cut through. A Dremel with a nice wide blade. So that would be your next choice. A little miniature saw, maybe? A little tiny baby hacksaw. But yes, you are correct. Bone cutters can most definitely, if it's too close up to the flesh, like if you have a long base, usually down there is pretty safe. But you never want to cut it with bone cutters like anywhere within like a couple, first few inches of the actual head of the torch, because it will like almost splinter it.
Sand bed darkened in color and hardened together, gravel vacuumed, and it's all good. Just wondering what it was.
Probably a few things going on. So if your sand bed hardens up, it can be due to like elements in the water, not enough invertebrates, sand invertebrates, Cancerius, conchs, Sarah snails, all of that, kind of keeping it stirred up. However, like gravel vacuumed, I'm not sure what you did with the sand. Is it an actual true fine sand, or if you gravel vacuumed, is it like chunkier, like crushed coral? We need to know a little bit more, but it's definitely not what you want to happen. And something in the process of setup or invertebrates or something like that's not quite right. So fix those to try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Thank you, JR. I scraped off Apstasia on a frag in my quarantine tank. How long till I see babies?
Who knows? I don't know. I mean, sometimes people say they can like scrape off and remove one and they're lucky enough they don't have babies pop up. More oftentimes than not, you stress it, it sends out its babies as like a save myself last resort. So it can take a while till you see them actually pop up. I would say, as a precaution, go grab a couple peppermint shrimp to go live in your frag tank, because any teeny tiny ones that pop up, they're going to eat it before they get bigger. It's a lot harder to have like Aptasia and stuff eaten when it gets really large. So peppermint shrimp are great to have in a frag system as a precautionary, just kind of maintain and keep that away.
Thank you, Alan. Lots of questions coming in. Is the Clear Mini 10 discontinued? Yes.
Just yes.
Moving on.
I mean, that's as straightforward as you need to be right there.
We have the 6, 16, 25, and 30.
A lot of sizes.
Yeah. Is it better to leave the purple coraline on the glass or clean it off?
Clean coraline off the glass, because sometime down the road it's going to continue to spread. You're going to want it off. You're going to be using really sharp scraper blades on that coraline to remove it, because it is such a calcium hard algae that you're going to risk scratching up your glass.
Yeah.
You know, and you really don't want it on your viewing panels. If you want it on the back glass and you want to keep it there, that's totally fine. Rich would say no, but he says no out doing the back glass. And but on your like viewing panes, you don't want it, because at some point you're going to end up scratching stuff up. You don't really want that starting to overtake where you're looking.
It's kind of like, the way I think of it is, if you have like a vehicle, right? They still have a lot of times they have a wiper in the back. You don't want a dirty window in the back. You want the whole thing clean. All your windows clean, right?
That transfers to an aquarium.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Yeah,
There's
it does for
Rich's
me.
thought process.
Thank you, Steve. How would you introduce light after a cycle?
Very slowly. So once you decide to start turning on your light, your tank is cycled. If it's just fish and invertebrates that are in there, 1 or 2 hours a day is plenty. Give you some viewing time. You don't need more than that. When you start to add corals, you're going to start with soft corals anyway. You should start with soft corals anyway when you start to stock your aquarium. And they don't need a ton of light. So, you know, up that an hour or maybe 2 hours every week or so. And make sure that the aquarium is adjusting to the amount of light. If you go full force, you can have a higher chance of the algae just going nuts, because you went from like 0 light to full force. And if you don't have enough invertebrates in there, snails and crabs and stuff, to kind of take care of it, it can happen quick where you just overrun with algae. So do slowly work your way up, figuring, you know, if you get some soft corals, they don't need 8 hours of blaring light. You can kind of work your way up to it.
How many XR30 blues for the Peninsula 7225 mixed reef, mostly zoos, Gonopora, and Acropora? I'm thinking 5.
Holy snap.
Max 3, I would say.
Yeah, 3, you're good. I mean, if you want to go like all out, you can put 4 on there. But the coverage of an XR30 is, at least even in an intense zone, you got like 24. You have a 6-foot aquarium.
Yeah.
3 gives you full good coverage. Now, if you were saying, okay, I'm going to do SBS top to bottom, nothing else on the sand bed encrusting, or bare bottom encrusting stuff on the bottom, I'd say, yeah, let's go ahead and go with 4, just so you don't have like any break in par as you go down. but 5 is insane.
Yeah, save yourself $2,000. Go with 3.
Seriously. Yeah. 3 is great. 4 max. Don't. I mean, I guess if you just want to spend extra money.
Yeah. Thank you, Devin. Josh says, how to deal with a clownfish with a major attitude problem and enjoyment in drawing blood from my hands while working from the tank.
You can't do nothing. No. I don't know how many times my knuckles have bled from clownfish, especially bigger ones. What I used to do is, because one of the stores I worked at back in the day, I mean, large maroon clowns, thing was massive, and would go straight for the skin between your knuckles, where it's super soft and sensitive.
You knew exactly where to go.
And would just shred you. So in one hand, I would have a scraper stick, and the other hand is where I need to do into there. And you're in there all the time because it's an aquarium store. You're going in and out of the aquarium, and just basically kind of like just keep shoving out of the way as much as possible. It limited the blood draw, but besides that, you can't tame a clownfish. No, they're going to do what they want, and they love to bite hands.
Aggressive.
Yeah, they are.
I have a question I forgot about. Can I buy a new door for my aquarium? My dog broke one, so the door's no longer shut. I need to buy a replacement door for a 220.6, I'm guessing.
230, yeah, 220.
I don't
Reach
know
out.
how the dog broke it.
I feel like it's pretty easy. Your door's open and the dog goes wild, just runs around, hits it. But that'd be pretty easy. I don't know. I had people say the dogs chewed up their doors and stuff before. Anything's possible. Reach out to support@waterboxaquariums.com. Give them your information, which door it is, also a photo of the serial number sticker in the cabinet if possible, to help us look for if we have a compatible door at the moment.
Yep. Can you start with a hammer coral?
Technically, yeah. You can skip softies and go to LPS. Our TV went to sleep. You know, it really depends. Are you a little bit more experienced? Have you done aquariums before? You know, you understand testing, you're testing regularly, you're dosing. Then you usually are okay. You're going to risk it a little bit more, though, because if something does go out of whack or swing, that hammer is going to have a hard time dealing with it, more chance of recession or dying off than if you had zoos or something in there that were basically can live through almost anything. So just as long as you're on top of everything and you really know what's going on with your aquarium, you definitely can. But generally, if you're starting out, I don't recommend it.
Cool. Thank you, Joe Sawyer. Daryl's Reefing is asking, have you ever had a conch snail jump over a rock and break a frog spawn colony in half? Woke up one morning to see a colony fragged in 3 pieces.
Okay, not impossible. If you've ever seen a conch, like whenever they get stuck somewhere, they like take their body and they like jolt their shell around. So if it is a larger conch or if they get in the right spot, I guess it is possible. Just because if they flip themselves back and forth hard enough, I'm guessing it could probably, if it's kind of a more frail skeleton for the frog spawn. But they can get pretty good size, so.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, I guess.
I have a 30-gallon tank that has corals growing in there for a few years, thinking about moving everything but sand to 120 gallons. Should I do it all at once or slowly?
Thank you for already knowing not to move the sand. That's going to save you a lot of heartache already. Honestly, what you're going to want to do, and it really depends, I guess, if the 120 is going to be in a different spot than the 30, you're good. That is your best way to do it. Honestly, if you want the 120 to be in the same spot as the 30, drain the 30, move it to another spot in the house, and then set up the 120 in the meantime. It's not worth the hassle to try and do an instant swap if you don't have to. So set up the 120, put in a good amount of the live rock that you're going to use, live rock, dry rock, carib seed, whatever it is. Get that tank up and running, cycle it. Because then once you know that that rock is seeded, has good bacteria, you've cycled the aquarium, you can take everything from that 30 and just plop it on over, rescape, and then you're moving on and you have a very stabilized system. Is going to be your easiest way to do it.
Keenan, do you have another question that Jess can take?
No. Do you want me to think? I don't know. I already switched out.
I'm taking a request from Reefer NYC that I forgot to do.
I'll work on something else.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh. I see this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw it. I didn't think. I got a question.
Got a question?
But here, while he's out, go ahead and talk about this real quick.
Talk about what? Okay, so yes, right now through the month of March, we have a promotion going on for select models. Is you have a free box of salt and refractometer with purchase. So this is a great chance. Get your dream water box, but also get to try your salt. Have a wonderful refractometer, which is essential to mixing your own salt. So definitely jump on this deal. It's a great opportunity. Our salt is absolutely amazing. Mixes so fast and so clean. So I was gonna ask you about this before, but I was like, nah.
I couldn't. Yeah, I totally forgot. Brian asked for that, so I was like, I gotta go get it.
That's pretty amazing when you can say something and Rich goes and gets it
Yes.
and makes it
Your wish
here
is my command.
on here.
I love this thing. It's so ridiculous.
No,
I love
people-
it because it's ridiculous.
Yes, and there's probably a lot of people in the chat that have no idea why there's a giant horse head on the studio desk and why people would be asking for this.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to tell them or if they just need to go watch a whole bunch
This
of
is just a
things.
well. I think it was.
Reaver goes, it's happening.
This is just a stupid thing that I bought like probably over a decade ago, and it's sat in my house forever. And I mentioned it one time years ago,
Yep.
and then years later, someone said, "Where's the golden horse head?" And because of that, I was like, "I got to bring it in."
Yeah, so on Blue Friday, someone asked about it.
Yeah, I don't know what year.
Huh?
I don't know what year it was. It was a while ago, right? Or was it
Last
recent?
year.
Okay.
Yeah, last year. And because it was something that's popped about so long ago. And it's now, for the majority, has lived in the office.
Yeah.
And actually made an appearance sometimes on the show. This is our golden horsehead mascot, I guess. I love the fact that Mark goes, what the is that?
I don't think Ivan's seen the golden horse head, has he? He's like,
Walking
what is,
through the
he was
office
like, what's
wondering
happening
why it's
here?
on your desk, probably. he just,
I read the thing on the.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody's putting notes around the office about the
Yeah.
horse head.
so...
All right.
We're ready for winners.
I don't even know. Okay. All right. So we are ready. We're going to do the gift card winners. Ready? Nope. He says I'm ready. Nope.
Yeah, my computer is.
Oh, Lordy.
So again, you guys, we're about to give away two $50 gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
We do this or more every week. And the currency to win that is to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, engage with us. That's why we're here. That's why we do this live every week. So.
All right. Ready? All
Yep.
right. Gift card winners.
Christina, Timothy, and Steve Wilson. Congratulations, you guys. Email winners@waterboxaquariums.com, and they'll get you set up with those gift cards you can buy or save up for something cool.
Yep. Please include when you email the country that you are from so that I can issue it in the right place and I don't have to go back and forth and email. And we will send those out to you tomorrow morning.
Excellent.
So we're here next week.
Yep, as always.
I don't know what we're doing, but we're back next week. So make sure you tune in. Like I said, it's your currency to win.
Yeah. Guys, we do this live. Aquariums, we try to make aquariums not so hard. That's why we do this for you guys. And that's why we go live, especially so that you guys can engage with us. You can ask questions. It's a fun environment. If you haven't already, hop over to the Waterbox Facebook group. I don't know if we already mentioned that
No, we didn't
today.
talk about that today, actually.
Huge group, almost 25,000 members in there. Very friendly, tons of Waterbox owners. So definitely check that out. And
Don't forget about new aquascaping and fragging tool
Yeah.
sets that are on the website for the USA right now. We have the promotion going on with free salt and refractometer.
yep,
And we'll be back next week.
see you guys.